What is up, Skate Rats? So today's trick is such a fun trick, and we're going to get into it in just a minute, and we're going to break it down and talk about it. But first, what I want to do is I want to touch on my video about the splay shoes. So I said that they should push advertisements of board feel over impact or over foot protection. And I filmed the video, edited it, and it's scheduled to go up on YouTube, and it doesn't go up for another 5 or 6 days for me. And immediately I get sent an advertisement, or I get shown an advertisement of splay shoes specifically stating that now. So I'm happy to see that, but you guys probably would have already seen it, so don't crucify me too hard. The only thing I'll stick to my guns about is they should remove the word impact off the insoles. That's the only thing I think really should be changed. Besides that, I gave them to my friend Jacob, and he is going to take them and finish them out. He actually does like the feel of them, so that's awesome. That's sweet that they're not just going to waste. We're going to get into today's trick though. Front board 270 on a ledge. So I've only ever done this trick on flat bars, and it's a trick that I've done quite a bit over the years, but I have to go really fast on a flat bar. Otherwise, I don't clear my front foot past the rail on the spin, and I end up just like kicking the rail with my shin, and it always sucks. So while I've done a bunch of them, you don't see me do a ton of them. But on a ledge, I think it will work to my advantage. I think I just kind of need to figure it out a little bit. But first, we're going to go over to the ledge, and I'm going to talk about why do I always come out to forward versus fakie, except recently I learned how to come out to fakie. So we're going to explain both things, and then we're going to get right into this battle. So up until about 3 or 4 days ago, I've always came out to forward on the front board on a ledge. And the reason is, when you stick, these wheels stay put, and your back swings over. And with a little bit of practice, because your shoulders also contort and close up, with a little bit of practice you can rip them open, and by doing that you're able to pull the board back forward, meaning that if the ledge is super sticky, there was no chance of it ever sliding, there's a point where you can still get in, swing, and get off, meaning that you can kind of make it look like it did slide, which is kind of just something I played around with for years, was having ledges that didn't really slide, but figuring out still how to front board them. For front board to fakie though, you kind of need to, even if you stick, you need to initiate it with your front foot and get those wheels rolling this direction. So it's a lot more prominent if you ever see me do backboard out to fakie, but in this case, what I learned is for front board, get it initiated just barely, and then pop and come out. So I learned how to do these a few days ago, and immediately was like, what else can I do coming out to fakie? And of course my brain went to a lot of tricks in, but I want to play around with front board 270. So let's watch the battle, and then I'll talk about what I learned. Okay, so let's talk about what I learned. So the fakie pivot is like the major thing of coming out of this 270. And it's like the first thing you learn when you learn how to ride a skateboard. You learn how to ride straight, then immediately you learn how to ride backwards, and fakie pivot just comes naturally. I've never seen anybody not naturally just start to get a fakie revert 180. The other thing was I had to map out my distance on the ledge. With a little bit more practice, I could probably do the entire ledge. But what I mean by mapping out my distance is if you go to come out fakie like this and your heel is here, your heel hits the ledge and that kills the spin immediately. So what I did was I took my back wheels and I stuck them up against the ledge to a point where I knew my heel would be out past the ledge. And then I pivoted my board. And this told me that somewhere in this range was the range I had to be able to pull this off, which is my third screw in. So I was able to kind of just set myself a marker and jump on this screw every single time. And it worked out. It worked out like really well. It took me about a half hour to realize that my issue was my heel hitting. And then once I mapped out that distance, I kind of just started doing them pretty rapid fire. Of course, there were still slide outs or sloppy lands, which, talking about sloppy lands, I don't know why I picked kickflip for the line. These are brand new shoes, and I decided, let's do kickflip, I'll break them in. How much time do I have left in my session? Oh, I got 20 minutes. So those are the lines I ended up getting. There's proof of concept, proof that that line could exist, but my God, they were bad, so it's very clear they don't count. But this is definitely like a logical progression. Like if you guys learn how to front board on a ledge and you start playing around the fakie, this would happen pretty quickly. Because shockingly, it happened pretty quickly for me. That last session in total was like an hour and 15 minutes. And it's not like I only landed it one time, I landed it multiple times. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And as always, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you have any questions for me, if I didn't explain anything fully, I know I didn't really explain like how to front board in this, but this is more of a variation of it. So if you have any questions specifically on how to do the front board, I could obviously answer them the best I can in the comment section. But as always, have a great day and keep pushing forward, guys. Okay, one last thing, because I just completely forgot I said I wanted to talk about this, is the mini ramp video, the video parts, the shared video part. These completely done. I just finished the editing this morning. That's 100% done. So for me, that's probably going to be my next video that comes out. And it's me and my friend Jacob. And you guys can stay tuned for it. It's called POW. So it's Incognito Skate Park presents POW, Prisoners of Winter. I don't know. A decent bit of work went into this and a lot of fun. So I hope you guys do enjoy the video.